I have found one specific Bitcoin metric that is going absolutely parabolic and nobody is talking about this. I will show you exactly what this is. New trade setups are also shown here today and so much more. Don't miss out on that and let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in here. We jump directly into the charts. As you can see here, the DXY chart is moving to the downside, and that has a really specific reason. So there came some news out earlier in the night that I'm going to talk about here. I just forgot to pull up the tweets for that, but I'm going to tell you what it actually is. And as you can see here, we are now trading again under the 99 point range, and this should continue here to go lower in the coming days. So what did actually happen that caused here that sharp rejection from 99.25 points more or less? Two things. Trump came out and said it was a huge mistake from the past administration to sell any Bitcoin. He would have never sold any of them. He now knows that the first rule in Bitcoin is never sell your Bitcoin. And the second thing that happened was that there is an investigation against J.Powell happening right now by the DOJ. Yeah, it is the DOJ. So they have questions about his monetary policy. And that led then here to that drop on the DXY. So then something that I want to show you first before I show you which metrics is here exploding is that we have another fractal potentially here playing out that we have last seen in 2020, just after the COVID drop down here. So let me actually move this over here so that you can see that properly. So and look at this here. We got here a pump, we moved sideways, came down, then we started the real bull run to the upside. So here, this is the same play, just on a larger scale, because this was only going on for basically 2 months. This here is going on for 8 months, so way longer period. But this happens over time, that certain fractals, they just play out over a longer time period or contract into a shorter time period. And this looks like that we are here experiencing expansion. But if you go now here and you look here at the last part where we came down, started bouncing, and then sideways and started to run to the upside, this looks here pretty similar. And at the same time, we're also putting in here a W pattern on a daily chart on CME. So what is this one metric that I found that is going absolutely parabolic? The metric is realized cap for new wealth. So people that came in and immediately bought at least 500 to 1,000 Bitcoins straight away into a brand new wallet. So, and this is now going on not for a really long time. So basically since here, so the really parabolic run started in September, and even the October dump did not really make a dent in this. So, but nobody's really talking about this, that whales are buying aggressively since July basically, last year. And at some point, price has to react to that, because when you look back now, when Bitcoin had its final peak, and we can do this quickly, so that was in September, end of September. So, and since then price went basically down, but whales kept buying. So what is happening here? Price suppression. Every single time when you see this, price is getting suppressed, because it makes no logical sense that there is new money coming in, buying a shit ton of Bitcoin, and the price is moving into the different, basically in the opposite direction. That is not normal. So I have seen this many times before in all my years that I'm trading, and this is pure price suppression. Another indication that the price is currently suppressed and will catch up soon and go back to over $100,000 is when you look at the the production cost for one Bitcoin right now. The production cost is at $101,600. So there are things floating around that it's between 75 and $106,000. There is an indicator that I saw earlier that actually said $110,000, and then when I did some other research, there was like the peak was 140,000 Bitcoin, $140,000 per Bitcoin production cost. So, but the like a really good average is like the $102,000 range for the reproduction cost. So, where is Bitcoin right now? We're at $91,500. So, we are like $10,000 below that. So, that is a catch-up trade that is sooner or later playing out. So, and that's why it is a good idea to position yourself right now correctly and potentially even open swing positions up, because there is a 10%, basically 12% move coming for Bitcoin to catch up to this, because Bitcoin is never staying long below the mining cost that it incurs. So at least not in a bull market, you know. So in a bear market, yes, there for an extended period of time, price can sustain to be below the mining cost, but not in a bull market. And we are still technically in a bull market, therefore price will go and catch up eventually. Now, when we're looking at the weekly chart, the weekly candle that just closed yesterday is kind of okay. You know, it's not really bad, but also not really super bullish. That we are starting here out pumping to the upside is a good, beginning of the week, I would say, but too early to draw here any conclusions from the weekly chart. So the only positive aspect that I can talk about is that we are above here our golden ratio, above $89,200. As long as we are staying above there, we should see continuation at least here into the resistance of around $100,000. On the 12-hourly chart, also here we are approaching now soon the supply area that I pointed out 2 days ago, that is coming in from $92,600 to $94,500. This can happen here in the next 24 to 48 hours, that we are getting here a proper move into that area here. I'm right now not fully convinced that we are able to break through this, but at least start to chop here in that section a little bit around, and then getting a continuation move here into higher levels, because once we're getting here a move to at least $93,700, we start potentially putting in here a cup and handle patterns. And this is also something here, some real alpha for you guys. Nobody else is seeing this, you know, nobody else is talking about this, that we are putting here in potentially a cup and handle pattern that you can take advantage of. So would I open a trade right now here based on a 12-hourly chart? Potentially. So if we can get a 1-hourly close above this line here of $91,500, then yes, I would consider opening a trade from here and trade this then here into the resistance of $94,500 approximately. That would be my target. I also going to talk about in a second the trade that I had given you guys here on Saturday that perfectly played out, but really got close to get stopped out, but in the end we didn't. Oh, yes, the cat is back. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, the cat loves to run around here on the desk while I'm working. So, okay, cat, okay. See, so okay, let's move on here. So the liquidation levels, also here clear signs for a continuation move. As we can see, the $92,000 area is right now highly attractive for market, for institutional players and market makers to drive price up here, because they're gonna collect then a paycheck really early on here for this week, if they just push it to $92,600 and liquidate here all the concentrated short positions that have stacked up here. There could be an extension move into higher levels because there is definitely enough liquidity to push price higher from here to at least $94,000, potentially all the way up to $95,000. So wait, I have to get the cat out of here. Come. Okay, so now we are good. So yeah, then on the 4-hourly chart, really good breakout that we are seeing here. Reclaim of the EMA ribbon, that was really important that we see something like this here happening. There is also here this ascending here this bear pennant basically playing out. So, and if we treat this here fully as a bear pennant, the cat, no, then go down. Okay, now I got rid of the cat. So now if we treat this as a bear pennant that is breaking out to the upside, Then also here the target is $95,451. Oh wow, yeah, and Bitcoin definitely wants to go now. You know, as you can see here, we pump here significantly to the upside. Yeah, so it is technically now already too late to jump into this, you know, to trade this. If you did not catch this like 2 minutes ago when I said, yeah, $95,000, $91,500, you can jump in, you know. So if you missed now this breakout, you know, you have to wait. Let me see. No, actually, I was that early last week online, yeah, putting out videos for quite a while. So I'm trying something new because I saw that the timing that to make videos that early was working really, really well for me. So that's why I'm doing this. So, but let me continue here, and just wanted to answer that quick here. Yeah, $91,900 and keeps going. So this was the trade that I gave you Friday, Saturday. So it was, I think, for me, Friday night when I gave you this. Yeah, Friday into Saturday. So as you can see over the weekend, I told you this, that price would just push sideways here, not go anywhere. And then exactly here, there, we went almost to the stop loss, but avoided it, and then turned around and hit our take profit point. And that also just happened recently here, basically an hour ago. So yeah, a little bit more than an hour ago that we hit here our take profit. So now there is another opportunity, as I just mentioned, to trade this, and this is coming here from this chart. So, but as you can see here, price moved already away, you know. So if you want to jump late into this trade, you can still technically do this, but you have to wait. So you have to wait, and let me see here, maybe on a 15 minutes chart we get a clearer picture. Where was that chart? That was actually here. So let me see if we can do something on a 15 minutes chart. No, this will come back down. So this will come back down here, most likely to this resistance area here. So once this is coming back down, that becomes your entry now, and then you trade this here into the short-term resistance. If we break above this, and that has to happen over the same day, you know, so it cannot happen tomorrow, it has to happen also today when we get there. If we break above this, then you can trade then also that continuation into here the long-term resistance to $94,000, and there I would close the trade. So now this would be then your trading setup. My mouse is a little bit hairy with cat hairs here. So really tight stop loss. So first to $92,400 approximately, so which is a scalp trade. It's like 1.3% roughly. But then up here, 3.15% is different. You know, so here for that trade, if you want to trade this like this, you can also have a bigger stop loss. Yeah, so you can have here stop loss at $90,500 approximately. Then you are looking at the 3.15% that I would potentially trade here with like 20x leverage. So you walk them potentially away with like 63% in profit against a 14% stop loss, which is absolutely fine here on a trade like that. So if you want to trade this with me together, guys, because I'm going to set up definitely here a limit order, then do this on Tapbit. There is a link in the description of this video. You get $4,000 in sign-up bonuses plus $20,000 in deposit bonuses. And if you deposit $500, you will get also access here to my Telegram group. I did not update now the screenshot because we also traded yesterday there. As you can see here, we are only smashing take profit after take profit on our positions, and that did not change, you know, over the last 2 days. And also here, our render trade was here now already hitting all take profits. And that was given here basically 2 days ago, that trade. So if you want to be part of that, follow all the steps in the description. Send an email to info@amcrypto.us if you cannot write me on Telegram, or write me on Twitter, that works too, AMCryptoAlex, and then we're going to give you access. Now, the Bitcoin dominance is still trading here around the 59% mark. So I hope this week we finally get the break to the downside. And I don't need to explain this, then many altcoins will run with this into much higher levels. The total free market cap also starts here now trying to make a move to the upside. We need to break $891 billion for this to get another attempt here to move to $927 billion. But even if we just break here briefly above this and get another fake out, we can take advantage of this move here to the upside. Ethereum is of course here moving with Bitcoin, retesting here resistance at $3,153. That would become also your next entry for an Ethereum trade once we are closing a 1 hourly candle above here, above that level, and then you would be looking at this here as your trade setup. 6.12% to the upside, 1.94% stop loss, entry $3,156, take profit $3,349. Here you only need 10x, guys. You know, you don't need go crazy here with 20, 40x. 10x is enough on a trade like that. Solana, I saw earlier, is also here pumping. So our trade that I gave you here also just 2 days ago, absolutely smashing it right now. We are up how much on this trade right now? We are up roughly 4%, and we have broken here this resistance cluster. If we can stay above this and close this 4 hourly candle as is, then whoa, what's happening here? Then we get straight continuation into the resistance of 145 and past that here to $155. The only problem is that here the stochastic is running out of momentum, but the RSI and the MACD are still going, so there is I think another 8 hours-ish of momentum left before we are running out here and gonna see some sideways chop or a short-term reversal. So I just want to show you one more coin, because then I'm going to run again to not make this here too long. Big opportunity here with Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid is retesting right now here the EMA ribbon. This, in my opinion, will break here today above the EMA ribbon and will go past $25 and move here to $25.42 and then into the resistance here of $27. So here, if you want to trade a Hyperliquid, then roughly here at $24.94 would be your entry. You use the previously 4 hourly candle as your stop loss and you target 27%. So here is also an 8% move coming. We had here a bullish divergence that is playing out right now on the chart, because here price was going down and RSI was going up. So here bullish divergence, and the MACD is bullish. Stochastic is also still bullish, but yeah, running here out of room. But that does not mean anything, because the RSI is just at, yeah, just getting started basically right now. So momentum is here clearly to the upside and potentially even goes past $27, but I would take my profit all the way up there. Guys, that's it already for today's video. It was a really quick update that I wanted to give you guys. Thank you so much for everybody that was here. I will be back potentially later with a pure altcoin video, so also look out for that. And there's so much more coming in the next coming days and weeks. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you again later or tomorrow.